is the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour,
supported by Albertsons
and brought to you by
Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. It's Miller time. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys. Lucchese, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team. And by Omni. Omni Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's Victory Monday!
Now your hosts, Haley Sutton and Brad Sham.
Yeah, it is Victory Monday. I like that intro. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to Concrete Cowboy. It is Victory Monday. The Victory Monday fan club is right over here. And look who's here. Ezekiel Elliott is here. Hi, Zeke. Oh, we love Victory Monday. Hey, I want to say thank you to these great folks at Concrete Cowboy who have been our hosts here in the Star District for the last few weeks. Next week, we are moving right downstairs to Cane Rosso, everybody's family. But this will be the last show up here for this part of this season at Concrete Cowboy. And what a great job of hosting you've done. So thank you. We appreciate you very much. And we're delighted to have, there you go. See, you guys are coachable. You figured out what you're supposed to do. Good for you. We are delighted to have all of you listening wherever you are around the Dallas Cowboys radio network and streaming live and in living color, whatever day of the week you're streaming us on DallasCowboys.com. And it is Victory Monday, and Ezekiel Elliott is sitting here just signing autographs. Like, can you do this in your sleep after all these years? Can you do it in your sleep?
Yeah, I'm just knocking them out, so I don't got to worry about it.
Okay. All right, very good. What a pleasure it is to watch you work, and I don't mean signing autographs. You've just been so Zeke. You've been playing so hard. I know how frustrating last year was for you playing, not being at full strength, and here you are, just being the things that have made you since the beginning. But I would like to say, when you hurdle people in your seventh year, is there like a time when maybe reason says, leave that to the little babies, be a grown up out there?
Babies.
Is that just instinct?
I think if guys are going low, it's okay.
You go high?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of gives them something to think about. Now the next guy is going to try to tackle me. He's going to got to think about if you want to hit me low or you want to try to tackle me high, or if he wants to get jumped.
When was the first time you ever remember doing that in your life? High school?
I think it was college.
What goes into that decision? Is that like a split-second decision? Dak said you practiced it a little bit last week.
No, I think last week I jokingly acted like I was going to hurdle a guy in a walkthrough, but I don't know if that's necessarily practice for live action jumping over someone.
And when you did that yesterday, did you say to yourself, "Oh, I can still do this"?
Yeah, no, definitely. They were going low.
So you're going high.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the feeling that's going on in the locker room and the team meeting rooms. Cohesion's been a big deal for this team for a few years, and it really does seem like across offense and defense and within each position group, it seems to be an unusually close bunch, like it's more than just having each other's backs. Can you just tell us a little bit about what this team is like in that regard?
I think it's just kind of the culture that, over I guess the 7 years we've been here, just a culture that was already in the Cowboys club and that we've continued. We've always had a very close-knit group, and just the fact that guys are so close, across the board, defense and offense, and you could tell how much we care about each other by how hard we play for each other.
You can tell how much someone like you cares about everybody else by the selfless nature of the way you approach your job. There are a lot of running backs. First of all, there are a lot of running backs 7 years in. I think I'm right about this. I keep meaning to look it up to be 100% sure. But I believe you lead the league in touches for the time you've been in the league. I don't think there's a back or receiver who's touched the ball more than you have. So for you to be resilient enough, I know that's Mike's word for the year is resilience, but for you to still be grinding the way you're grinding and producing the way you're producing 7 years in, that shows a real dedication to yourself as well as to your teammates. Has that always been part of your DNA?
I mean, I think so. I think that's just kind of, the way I was raised. Got to thank the parents for that. Just the way I was raised, the way I was taught this game. I think this sport that we play, football, I mean, it's a selfless sport. I mean, it takes 11 guys to make the thing go at one time. And so, I mean, not one person's job is more important than others. And I think we just owe it to each other just to, give it our best.
There's some joy that's tangible you can see in the way you run. Certainly things Turpin does. That little backflip he did, and then whatever. I do want to know, but I don't want to know what was said in the huddle to make Dak do that little dance right before the last snap. But is it difficult to maintain that joy of playing such a violent game for as long as you have?
No, I don't think so. I think one of our coaches says, he said we get to play a child's game with a king's ransom. So, I mean, blessed every day to, go out. I get to go play a game, and I'm blessed for that.
Has that always been your mentality, though? Because obviously going through last year with it being a struggle, coming back into this year, has your mentality changed at all over those 7 years, or do you still approach the game the same way you did when you were growing up?
I think I still approach the game the same way. I think you got to have that selfless attitude. You got to show the team that you're selfless so they can, be the same for you. And, I think that's what we've been doing a good job at this year.
Yeah, that's a big part of you, I guess, being a leader and being a mentor to some of those younger guys.
Yeah, how can you ask someone to do something that, you won't do yourself?
You've talked a lot, especially through the summer and the early part of the season, about you and Tony Pollard being complementary with an E of each other, as well as with an I, but I mean how you support each other by sharing time, and you've spoken about that a great deal. It is also a fact that a lot of running backs of your pedigree and accomplishment would not be so willing to share carries and touches, no matter how close of friends you became with the guy. Where did that unselfishness come from a position that, you got to have the ball sooner or later. Where did that selflessness come from in terms of sharing your position?
I think you just got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture, it's tough on those defenses when me and Tony rotate in and out, keep them staying fresh. And when we wear on those guys, you can see it. You can see it when those guys across the ball are lining up against us. You can see when you're wearing on them, play after play after play. And, you said it earlier. You said you think I have the most touches since I've been in the league. You got to think of the bigger picture. How long do I want to be doing this? Having Tony's only going to help, extend my career also. Tony's a hell of a player. He deserves touches. He deserves those reps. Our team's a better team when we rotate the way we do.
How long do you want to be doing this? Since you asked.
To be determined.
Yeah, to be determined.
Maybe a bad day. The day after a game might be a tough day to ask. Look, you're a great running back's shelf life is you're probably bumping up right against the average one, but obviously you're not average. Now, I'm not trying to get. Yes, I am. Too deep in your business, but
I like that self-scout.
Let's not lie. What you're saying can sound to someone suspicious, like, oh, he's maybe thinking about retiring. Are you thinking about retiring?
No.
Not today, but
no.
No, okay. But you are thinking about how long you want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask and answer. Next.
Going back to Tony, I know the big thing with Mike, he always talks about complimentary football, but you guys are pretty complimentary between each other. since you've been playing with him, what are maybe some things you've learned from him and his game that have helped you kind of develop into a better running back?
Just the way he goes and hits the hole. Sometimes, I sometimes get caught up like trying to let things develop, and sometimes Tony, he just puts his foot on that gas, and sometimes you got to go get that money, and, good things come from it.
Do you remember how impatient you were as a runner in your first few games of your rookie year?
Yeah.
How would you describe that to people?
Yeah, it was just a little frustrating. Just the timing was a little off. Just the system I came from in college, definitely a pro, not exactly a pro system. I mean, we created a lot of pro players, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a pro system. And the run game was a lot different. And so when I first got in the league, I'm trying to run these plays like I did in college, and the timing just isn't timing up, and it got frustrated. It was a rough first couple games, but by the third game, everything started clicking, and yeah.
And as soon as you start, I'll remember it like it was yesterday. I don't know if the first road game was Washington, but as soon as you realize that it just wait a second, it's coming, then you could become the player that you were at Ohio State, right? Mm-hmm. And was that film study that did that? Was it coaching? Did you just realize it yourself?
No, it definitely took a film study. In college you ran a lot of tight zone. You ran some tight zone my rookie year, but a lot of things we ran a lot of wide zone, and that's where I was struggling. I just had to go watch film. I had to go, watch. I think I watched Arian Foster because at that time, Arian Foster, him in Houston, he mastered that outside zone. I watched Alfred Morris, who actually was my backup.
Right.
So I watched him, and he was really incredible at the wide zone. He always ended up in the right spot. So I just had to go watch a couple guys that ran the scheme very well, and just watch it until it kind of clicked.
It clicked. All right, finish signing those pictures. We're going to take a break with Haley Sutton. I'm Brad Sham. We are here at Concrete Cowboy with our special guest, Ezekiel Elliott. We'll be right back.
Back to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons.
Welcome back to the Concrete Cowboy here in the Star District in Frisco. The Cowboys Hour is presented by Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Haley Sutton with Brad Sham and our special guest, Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
We were talking in the break about...
Wait, hold on a second. Ezekiel Elliott. Can we do better than that? It's Victory Monday. Y'all are acting like you're in church, for crying out loud. See the man work yesterday? Come on now.
You caught me off guard. I thought I said something wrong.
No, you
again.
did. No, you did great. They fell asleep in their antipasto.
I don't even know what that word means. Antipasto,
Yeah.
cane rosso,
Yeah.
all the things. You threw me off, Brad.
Come on, audible.
Audible, right. Zeke, obviously, we're talking about Sunday's game, just how you've been feeling in your career and all that, but I wanted to ask you the obvious question. What was it like to have your guy, Dak, back out there with you on Sunday?
It was great. It was great to have Ford back out there. We all know what he means to our team, and it was definitely good having him.
Did you feel a difference in the offense, or how seamlessly did it feel?
Yeah, we feel good. I mean, we look good.
The energy's different, isn't it? I mean, obviously Cooper ran the offense about as well as you could run it. But there's a different energy. Their personalities are different.
No, exactly. I mean, Dak, like you said, they got different personalities, but Ford's our leader. So he makes the thing go, and I mean, like you said, it was great getting him back out there.
McCarthy told me yesterday that in the morning, I guess when they talked Sunday morning, he said that Dak was so excited about the prospect of playing again that he almost did too much in the meeting on Saturday night. He almost lost his mind in getting ready for the meeting and then whatever the quarterbacks do on Sunday. Did you see that in him? You know him pretty well.
No, I didn't see that. But I mean, you could tell he was excited. I think he was probably at the stadium. I think I had texted him if we had to check in at the Star before we went to the stadium. I texted him probably around 7:30, and I think he was already at the stadium. So
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So I mean, he's definitely excited to get back out there. I mean, we know how much he loves this game and how much he loves being out there, how much he loves competing, and so I can only imagine.
All right. There's a part of your game that some of us who have been around you since you got here, but I was just watching the first quarter offense again. First play of the game. Third play of the game, a sack. But you, in pass protection, drop off, you see the linebacker, and you stoned him almost out of the frame. And you have been an outstanding pass protector almost from day one. And I love hearing you talk about the approach that you take to that, the pride you take in blocking. It's ostensibly not what you're paid for, but it certainly is a part of the complete back that you are. And I think there are a lot of maybe young players, kids listening who, are running backs, would love to know what your approach is to learning to block and then carrying through the plan.
I'll say probably, I mean, I've always loved, hitting. I've always been a physical player, but I'll say when I got to college, I was 17 years old. I got guys 3 years older than me, guys that are bigger than me, faster than me, stronger than me. So I'm my running back coach Drayden, he always preached, it doesn't take any, it takes some skill to block, but a lot of it is just heart, it's want. And so I kind of looked at blocking this is how I'm going to separate myself from the other backs. I'm going to go do the dirty work. I'm going to do what a lot of people don't want to do. And I just it's been my mentality, and how I approach this game. And also, in pass protection, that's just another way to lean on that defense, make that linebacker feel you, get a nice shot in there.
Why didn't you play defense? There you just run and hit the guy all day long.
I played defense. I did play defense in high school, but I wanted to play running back.
It hits better when you get to score the touchdowns.
You can still hit on offense.
No, you can. Are you like a lot of offensive linemen like to see guys wear down. I know a lot of offensive linemen, you do too, who their objective is by the end of the game they want to see the guy quit.
I mean, that's how my college coach, this is kind of what he compared it to. He said that the defense is like a shield, and you keep hitting this shield. First couple times you hit it, nothing might happen. But the third, fourth time it's gonna start to it's gonna start to splinter. It's gonna start to dent, and then you keep hitting that shield enough times, eventually it's gonna break. So I mean, gotta get as many of those shots in as you can.
So that's your objective, is to break the shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep that in mind. There's your mental picture. When you see his running style, he's trying to break the shield. Okay.
Zeke, I wanted to ask you, because you bring up the defense, obviously what they've done this year is incredible to keep you guys in games and to also keep you guys motivated. What's it like going against them in practice every week, and just how good or how much better, I guess, does that make y'all on the other side of the ball?
At times it's pretty frustrating. I mean, you look at our defense, you just look how deep across the board we are. I mean, you look at this, specifically that D-line.
Yeah.
I mean, you got great players like Sam Williams. I mean, I think he only played 12 plays last game. So, I mean, they're a deep group. You can see the competition that's in that room, and they all compete against each other. It makes that defense so much better, and of course they're fresh. But I mean, going against them, it's frustrating at times, but it kind of makes Sundays easier.
Was that the expectation going into the off season and training camp, that the defense was going to be as good as they are right now?
I would say so. I mean, you look at what our young guys did last year, Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs. Just the way they played last year kind of led that defense. You got D-Law. D-Law, he's making that D-line go, and with those leaders and the depth of their defense, I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, they are. And you mentioned a lot of rookies in there too, Sam Williams. But Dak yesterday talked about this being probably the most talented rookie class he's seen since he's been in the league. Can you echo those sentiments, or is this, again, a surprise to you at how good this rookie class is?
No, I definitely can echo that. I mean, you look at guys like Sam Williams, look at guys like Tyler, I mean, who's coming along so well. I mean, dude is so strong and just gifted. He just moves guys out the way. I mean, but you got definitely a deep class. I mean, look at Ferg. You got Ferg and Henny. I call him Beavis and Butthead.
Mike called him. What did Mike call him today? Frickin' frack.
Well, frickin' frack. But Beavis. Dare I even ask which one is Beavis? And
I don't think it matters.
It's just
interchangeable parts. Hey, you mentioned Micah. I can't imagine, since in 20 he opted out of the COVID year, as so many players did. I can't imagine that you knew too much about him other than he was a good player when he came in here last year. Would I be right about that?
Yeah.
So when you got on the field with him and saw him start to play in some games, what were your thoughts about what you were suddenly teammates with there?
It was like, how can a dude be this big and this fast? Like, it's scary. I just remember the first time he ran up on me in practice. I'm just like damn. I see my language. I'm like, man, where did this dude come from? But I mean, just the combination of just his size and his strength and his speed. Now I feel bad for those quarterbacks and tackles that you can't even block him with a running back. No, I don't feel
Not
bad.
really. Dan Quinn was talking today about one of the aspects of your team that he really likes, as a guy who's coached a lot, is how excited the offense and defense are for each other when something's going on. So the play where Micah ran down the tight end on the screen just before the D-Law punched the ball out, got the fumble. Did you see that play? Were you in a position to see him chase the guy down from behind?
No, yeah, I saw that. I mean, everybody can see in the stadium.
Well, that's true. We got
that big screen.
TV.
I'm actually looking at it right here.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, crazy play by him, and just to show that he didn't quit on that play, and I mean that play probably won us the game. I mean, because that game's a different game that tight end scores on that play, and we don't even get a chance for a D-Law to, force the big turnover. And I mean, that's why you gotta bring it every play. You gotta finish every play because you never know, how it could change the game.
And is that an example for an offensive player? To me, you can certainly see why that would be true for a defensive. But his recognition, by the way, is unbelievable because he's rushing on the play.
Yeah.
Then he realizes, I'm not getting blocked. Me not getting blocked means something's up.
He's so fast.
Right? And he just hauls and catches the guy. But do those things that he does, hustle and running down plays like that, can that be incentive that's helpful for an offensive player too?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we kind of feed off each other. I think defense and offense feed off each other the same way Tony and myself feed off each other. It's kind of throughout the game, you got to find that within your team, and I mean, that was definitely a big boost.
I want to ask you real quick while we're talking about Micah. He called this week, or I guess the game, Shark Week. Do you know anything about that or what he meant about that? Because he didn't really explain it to us in the locker room. He just said that Sunday was all about, it was Shark Week, which is interesting because he always compares himself to a lion.
This week, this upcoming week?
No, literally yesterday. After the game, he described the way that they played. The reason why they played was because it was Shark Week. So I'm assuming you know nothing about that.
You know Micah a little different,
Yeah,
what I mean?
right, yeah. I'm going to assume that's because they've been stressing getting more takeaways because they didn't get very many in Philadelphia.
Maybe that is, but I don't know what it is, honestly. But whatever it is, can it be Shark Month or a year?
And on that note, as a matter of fact, it might be. We just don't know yet, but that's why we're all here. Ezekiel Elliott's our guest at Concrete Cowboy in the Star District tonight on the Cowboys Hour, brought to you by Miller Lite. We'll be right back.
Albertsons.
Okay, I can't wait to hear this. Welcome back to the Cowboys Hour, presented by Lucchese, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to try this again. We're hanging out with Ezekiel Elliott, everybody.
On Victory Monday. There we go. There we go.
Zeke, we're talking about Micah before the break. We were talking about the Shark Week. Do you have an update, or do we skip past that?
I think he said it was just like made up. Like they just made it up.
The defense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to know. I guess we'll ask Micah about that.
I'm going to guess. I will guess two things. I will guess one, that there are a lot of things that Micah says, especially right after games, that he has no idea that he has said, and the next day he won't even remember. Would that be a safe bet? Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And my next bet would be it was like sharks with blood in the water. Once the ball came out once, then here they went.
I don't know. There's so many animal references on this
know.
team that I've learned in the last month that I can't keep up. But I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about your Buckeyes, because they're doing pretty well this year. You're nodding your head, so you're keeping up with them. Just how you feel about Ohio State right now?
I mean, yeah, we're definitely doing our thing. We got some people questioning our schedule, but I mean, all we could do every winter. Yeah, I mean, it gets personal in the locker room, but we undefeated, so all we can do is beat everyone we play.
You got some Michigan guys in the locker room. They're undefeated too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is that where some of the questioning of the schedule comes from? Some Michigan guys.
I mean, They finally got like one win in 10 years, but I don't know if that's enough confidence to start talking crap.
When do you have you guys looked at the schedule and know when they play and where you are?
No, Ohio State Michigan game is always the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so we always can't play. So we always go Thursday on Thanksgiving and then another Thursday the next week.
But not this year.
Oh, really?
Really?
There you go.
This year, I have good news and bad news for you. This, by the way, is proof, ladies and gentlemen, that they are not looking ahead at the whole schedule. You know who you play
One
next?
game at a time.
I mean, I'm the worst. I'm not looking at the schedule.
Okay, good. You know who you play next week?
Yeah, we got the Bears.
Okay, very good. That's all you have to know. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is that you have a traditional Thursday game, Thanksgiving, and a mini bye, and play the following Sunday. Okay?
Sick.
Okay. The bad news is that there's a game in Nashville on the Thursday night between Christmas and New Year's, which means you're going to have a second short week with a Thursday game. Thanksgiving, and again on the 29th of December against the Titans in Nashville.
I thought do we play on Christmas Eve too?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm confused.
I wish
I know
those
we
of you
can-
listening on the radio, I would pay thousands if you could just have seen the look he just gave me. Yes.
How many days has it been? I don't know.
Well, that's
One game at a
so
time.
the Christmas Eve is Saturday,
Yeah.
and then the following Thursday.
Oh, so it's better than playing on Sunday.
It actually is.
I mean, honestly, I don't really. I mean, sometimes short weeks suck, but I mean, I kind of don't mind like not really having to practice and going to play in the game. So.
Right, and so the Saturday after Thanksgiving, you probably, I would bet anything you'll be completely off, because it won't be if you were playing the next Thursday, then Saturday would be Tuesday or something like that. But you will probably have the day off.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Just to confirm.
I'm not really big in planning, so like that's like so far down the road. Like we gotta get through the night first.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, I gotta get home.
I am so, believe me, I am so with you. Can I just get through this show, and then we'll worry about what's coming up after that. Go ahead.
November 26th is that game, so if you can mentally keep that in there. November 26th, it's an 11 a.m. kick, though, so.
That'd be cool, but I mean, I don't know.
We'll get there when we get there.
Now, I was, since we're talking about planning, I think everybody who, thanks to social media, you have very little private life, especially someone as high profile as you, so everyone kind of knows that was it the baseball game when the Yankees were in Arlington and Micah had a suite and you were invited, and you said, "Yeah, I can't drive from Frisco to Arlington. I'm sorry, I can't be bothered."
That's just kind of a far drive. I already have to make it every other week.
Right? There was a time when if one of your teammates had a suite and a moment like that was on the horizon, you'd have been there. You'd have gone. Yes or no?
The thing is, it's just that Thursday practice. You don't understand how tough that Thursday
No,
practice
I get it.
is.
I do.
And so it's like,
It's got to be the right event to get you out.
I mean, I don't know if there is the right event.
Okay.
All right, did you want to ask him about Halloween? By the way, we will have a microphone to pass among those of you who are here at Concrete Cowboy in the next segment, so have your questions ready and hold your hands up when we come around. And one of them is bound to be about Halloween, but is that enough to get you out?
Halloween falls on our bye week.
It does, as a matter of fact.
So
that much you know about the
well, yeah,
schedule.
'cause we are gonna have a Halloween party, so it's
Right.
like I do know that's on our bye week this year. So
Do you usually go all out for Halloween, or do you?
Yeah, have you seen some of the pictures in his Instagram history? You should look those up.
I did last year. I was a Joker last year.
Okay.
It was pretty sick.
I'm not a big Halloween person, I don't think.
I mean, it was my first year really dressing up like that. Really, because my girl made me.
Yeah, I was going to say,
She
wasn't
was
your
Harley
idea?
Quinn, and
Wasn't your idea?
I was
Yeah.
Joker, and I got like face paint and.
No, hey,
Yeah.
many of us saw the pictures, and if you like that kind of thing, it was a heck of a deal. You did,
you like
did
that
good.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, some
If
of
you're
us.
into that.
Well, you've just said you're not.
So here's the thing.
Can you see yourself dressing up as Harley Quinn?
Maybe it would have to be for the right person, I guess. I enjoy like the fall aspect of Halloween. I don't do well with like scary. So I don't want to dress up scary. I don't like to see people scary. I don't like blood. But I do like fall. Like I like decorating for Halloween. So if I'm going to like put Halloween decorations up, I will.
So if she has costume plans for you for this year, would she have told you by now?
Yeah. I'm gonna be Edward Scissorhands. I got my costume already.
Dare I ask, what's it? I mean, do we have gloves with scissors?
I mean, I don't know.
But you just know that's what you are.
That's what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know the logistics and all
So
that.
you haven't got to the
I just
costume
gotta show
planning
up.
yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
That's-
mean,
that's you got.
I'm not gonna go buy a costume now. If
Right.
you buy me a costume and set up everything, then I'll put it on.
You have a good relationship. Tell me where to be and what to do, and I will show up. And if you're Edward Scissorhands, who's she?
The lady from Edward Scissorhands?
I don't know.
I might need to watch Edward Scissorhands.
You might.
I haven't seen it in a while, so.
You might. Now, is there competition among teammates for costumes? Best costume?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't care who anybody else goes as.
I mean, I personally don't care.
Do y'all have trick-or-treaters come by? Like, do you pass out candy, or is that big in your neighborhood?
It
Mike
is
told us
very
he gave
big
away
in my
Kit
neighborhood.
Kats.
I live in Starwood, and it's big in my neighborhood.
Do you want to give your address out?
I know. I was surprised I came out.
Yeah, I was
Oh, the
too.
kids, they already know which house it is.
They do. I'll bet they do. I'll bet they do.
They already
Well,
know which house it is. You know, I give out candy for about an hour, and then I take my ring, I unplug my ring, and turn my lights off.
And so when you trick or treated as a kid, you did that, right, in St. Louis? You were
No, I didn't trick or treat.
You did not?
I did not.
Didn't want to, or mom and dad said no?
We
we're not
just
into
didn't.
that.
We didn't do it.
So how then do you know what kind of candy to give out?
I mean, I think we all know what good candy is, you know. All the good stuff.
Okay. So what do you like to give out?
Reese's, Twix. You gotta have like a good mixture of the chocolate and like the sweet, like Skittles and Starburst, and so you gotta have a little bit of everything.
When it comes to candy bars, do you like to give out the gigantic ones? Haley started to say.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy told us last week that when they were in Green Bay, his wife made sure that they had the big candy bars to give away, and everybody in Green Bay pretty much knew it and came to visit.
Yeah, I'm not looking to draw a bunch of
Did you hear what he
trick-or-treaters.
said, Brett? He said he gives out candy for an hour, and then
Yeah,
he turns
I
off
did.
the lights and turns off the ring.
I don't want to be like Scrooge, you know what I mean? I'll give some candy out, but after an hour,
I also heard him
kids,
say
you
that.
got from 7 to 8 to
Okay.
get your candy.
Okay. Well, now that's interesting because, but it's on a Monday. It's Monday of your bye week, so they can start. What
Oh, you know what? I think our Halloween party is Monday night, so maybe not. Maybe
Sorry, kids.
might be out of luck this week.
Try the
this year.
neighbors.
Okay, bad news. Kids in the Starwood need to know that that's just not happening. Okay.
Now I'm gonna get TP.
Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, you are. I think that's entirely possible. Ezekiel Elliott's our guest tonight. We are on the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour at Concrete Cowboy, the Star District in Frisco. Get your questions ready if you're here. We'll be right back.
Supported by Albertsons.
Welcome back to the Concrete Cowboy here in the Star District in Frisco. Haley Sutton with Brad Sham and Ezekiel Elliott, QR Fan Club.
Victory Monday!
That must be the key
Do
word.
not be taking Victory Monday lightly, and do not take Ezekiel Elliott lightly. Zeke is here on Victory Monday. Thank you.
And very quickly, the Cowboys Hour presented by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Zeke, do you have a pizza of choice?
Yeah, Papa John's.
that was such a
Teed you
layup.
up. Good
It
job.
was Papa John's.
That was such a
I
layup.
love Papa John's, especially with the new crust. You got the crust where you get the like cheese bread inside
Yeah.
the crust.
I haven't had that yet.
It's really good, but I mean, obviously, it can't be like that good for you. I can't eat too much of that. You know what I mean? I can't eat too much of that, especially in season. But
in the off season.
But in off seasons and after we win on Sundays.
Papa John's.
And Victory
I think
Mondays.
there's a coupon for Papa John's.
And what happens on Victory Monday?
We get to eat Papa John's.
There we go.
Yeah?
There we go.
Did you know what I'm supposed to say?
No, you say it's America. Say whatever you want. But yes. But yes. Okay, we've got some loyal Cowboy fans with questions for Zeke, and we've got a microphone right over here, so let's go.
Hello, Zeke. My name's Rambo. What's the thoughts in the locker room as far as competitiveness in the NFC East? Because everybody right now, for the exception of Washington, are neck and neck.
Yeah, obviously our division's doing pretty well, and I mean we have a good division right now. So I mean it just makes those division games that much more important. But obviously at the beginning of every year, our goal is to win the NFC East. We don't care if they suck or if they're good. We just gotta go beat them up. So yeah, we gotta just stay on our P's and Q's. I mean everyone in our division is really good this year. So I mean we just gotta do everything we can to win those division games.
What's up, Z? My name is Corey. My question to you is, with y'all having a healthy balance between you and Pollard, I'm wondering, like, during the games, can you tell, like the defenses will get tired of, like, tackle you because, you know, you bring that thunder, and then towards when Pollard come in, you know, they be tired of trying to tackle him as well as you because, you know, you delivering the boom as well as them trying to tackle you?
Yeah, so, I mean, like, when you run the football, it just takes a toll on the defense, and when you have two really good backs, then why not run as much as you can? I mean, I'd love for me and Tony to touch it 20 times. So that'd be a fun game. But I mean, those body blows they wear on defenses, and you can see, you know, with each run, you know how it wears on the defense, and you can really feel it, you know, late in the second quarter and late in the third quarter as the game goes on. Just that defense, you know, kind of tiring out.
So, Corey, it's a great question, but it does beg there's two sides of that if you just peel the question back a little, it kind of suggests that no one is afraid of Zeke's speed, and it kind of suggests that no one thinks that Tony is tough between the tackles. And I have my own opinion about that, but what's yours?
You know, I think me and Tony are both, you know, balanced backs, more balanced than I say maybe people think. And I mean, Tony, yeah, he's fast, he's super quick, but I mean, he could thud. You know what I mean? He loves to block too. He loves to hit. He'll finish a run. And so I think, I mean, yeah, we have our strengths, but I mean, I wouldn't say we have weaknesses in the other category either.
There you go. That's kind of where I was going. Thanks.
Hey, Zeke. Hey, my name is Maria. Got a quick question for you. You're looking really great this year. You're looking so much better. You're looking a lot like the old Zeke from when you first came in with the Cowboys. What have you done differently to change that up? And I asked that because even the other day we were watching highlights of you, and my wife was like, whoa, who was that running? I'm like, honey, that's Zeke. You know, so you're looking really great. What changes have you done to bring that back?
You know, just kind of, you know, growing as a player, you know, learning, like, with my training, just what works for me, what doesn't, you know, just taking care of my body and just, you know, doing everything I need to do to be prepared to go out there and play on Sunday.
You did a lot of work in the off season, though, didn't you?
I did.
You worked really hard this last off season.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just, you know, getting my knee back healthy. And, you know, and by the time, I would say I started feeling good right when OTA started up. You know, I'll say those first couple months of off season, you know, I still didn't feel quite myself. But once, you know, we started those OTA practices, you know, I was ready to go.
Zeke, Black X and ZP, I had a question. So when you hurdled yesterday, it looked so organic, it looked so fluid. My question is, what did you run in high school, college? Did you do hurdles? Did you do the 100? Did you do the 200? Because, man, you look like you were in rare form yesterday.
Yeah, so I think I started running hurdles when I was 8th grade. So I ran hurdles 8th grade through senior year. 110 hurdles, 300 hurdles. I ran 400 hurdles. So I was a hurdler, you know, growing up. You know, I ran the 1 to 2. I wasn't, you know, I was an elite hurdler. I wasn't an elite sprinter. Appreciate you.
You did look organic. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you consider yourself to be fast? Like, if you're categorizing yourself, do you consider yourself fast?
Yeah, I say I'm fast.
Okay. Just wondering.
Zeke, what's the toughest team left on the schedule that you think is going to give the Cowboys the hardest time?
Keeping in mind he
was
doesn't
gonna
know
say,
who's
I was
on
like,
the
let me pull
schedule
up the
past
schedule real
Sunday.
quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say like any division team. You know, you got to watch the. I mean, Redskins too. I mean, those division games are tough because you see those guys twice a year, so you know each other so well, and on top of us knowing each other so well, them being good teams too. So we got to worry about those division games because the fastest way to the playoffs is winning your division. So if we take care of our division, then we're one step closer to getting to that ultimate goal.
Well, they don't play the Phillies because the Phillies are a baseball team. Yeah. But they're worried about the Bears on Sunday, and then we'll get to the Eagles on Christmas after we've had Thanksgiving, okay?
Zeke, all the way from Pennsylvania, so naturally a Penn State fan. This weekend, Ohio State, Penn State. What's your honest prediction?
Where are they playing?
I believe in Penn State.
I mean, you guys got a better chance that is in Penn State, but I like my Buckeyes.
And now, will there be?
I'm sure it's going to be like white out if it's at Penn State. I'm sure it's going to be white out. I mean, that's a crazy environment. Penn State, that's a cool college environment. It's probably the loudest stadium I've been in.
Okay.
Will there be any wagering between yourself and Mr. Parsons on this game?
No, because he wants points. He don't even believe in his own team.
He wants points?
Yeah. He don't believe in his own team.
Wow.
It's tough. It's not Shark Week for the Nittany Lions.
I think you might bring that up to him, Haley. You might bring that up to him. Would you bet with him if it was straight up?
Am I allowed to bet?
I mean, a friendly wager for lunch, just for lunch. I'm not really allowed to bet.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hi, teacher here. Question for seniors who are looking at you as someone who's overcome a lot of hurdles, not just in football, but in life in general. What would be one of the advice that you'd give kids struggling with mental health issues right now?
Oh, beautiful
I love
question.
that.
I would say the number one thing is just, ask for help. You know what I mean? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to confide in your loved ones. People care about you and want to see you doing well. But just that and just keep grinding. I think you just gotta, if you continuously do the right things, eventually, you'll get some luck. And when you get that luck, if you're already building those habits to be doing the right things, you're gonna be able to take advantage of the opportunity.
I love that jacket, by the way. It's very cute.
I'm going to ask you a question from all the Cowboy fans. You scared us with that looked like a hyperextended knee. One play, you kind of went down. How's your knee doing now?
He also went back in the game,
Yes, he did.
Yes. Okay.
It's sore. It's definitely sore.
But it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Zeke, how you doing? I feel so lucky to be here. I just flew in from California, and I get to meet you. That's awesome. My question to you is, after a game, how long, if it happens, how long do you feel it takes for your body to get back to, like, okay, I'm ready to play again?
I think it's kind of game to game. Some games, I get a bigger workload than others. And, some games I might be a little more beat up from than others. But I would say, hopefully by Saturday, I'm feeling pretty good. But the schedule that Coach McCarthy has on is his whole schedule is directly or centered around our bodies and how we feel and getting us back to feeling good for Sunday. And I think it's something that definitely has helped this team. And yeah.
J-Ron told us last week, I think it was, that it took him till about, Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, because he's in about like you. I don't know if he was in your same draft class, but within a year or so.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and then this might be the last thing we'll have time for. Early in your career, guys, young guy, maybe by Wednesday, still a little stiff, but ready to go. You could play if you had to. And then by 6, 7, 8 years, I've had guys tell me I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't even start to feel human until Thursday.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said the Thursday practice is
See,
always the
honestly,
hardest.
though, when I was younger, I was getting a lot more touches,
Right.
So, I mean, it's a little different now. I'm not getting 25 touches every week. Some weeks it's 15, some weeks it's 20, but so I mean, I probably feel
hopefully by game
better
day.
quicker now.
Well, all right, good. Hey, we are all for that. Let me just say, I said something to Zeke about this in the locker room in Philadelphia after the game, but you're such a joy to watch because the enjoyment that you have for playing the game is almost tangible. We can reach out and touch it. You can see how much you enjoy it, and for me, it's been such a thrill to be able to narrate your career and watch you go. And you're not anywhere near done yet, in spite of whatever that answer was early. Thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate it. Ezekiel Elliott, everybody. Now, Haley and I will be here, not here, downstairs at Cane Rosso on Halloween next week, but we probably won't be in costume. But we encourage you to be.
I might be in a costume.
I will come as an old white sportscaster. How's that? We'll see you next week on the Cowboys Hour.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!